Hey guys, Dave here. Hey, this is a video about the LG G2 replacement LCD and screen. We're gonna go over this as quickly as possible, so you're gonna see a lot of fast forwarding here. As you see me working here, I am basically using a long blunt knife to open up the back of it, using a flathead screwdriver, a small one. When putting it in there and twisting it can cause it to uh, break some of the plastic. So alright, get that out of the way. I'm going to point out the screws here. You see all the nice silver screws except for this one black one here. Uh, don't forget about that, and then the other one. So we're just going ahead and again fast forward here, get out all these screws. You'll be able to use this video hopefully um, to use as reference later on if you need to go back and forth between stuff. But there's no need in showing every second it takes to unscrew a screw. So um, shortly after you get all these screws out, we are going to take a look at popping these off. They are not held by glue, so we're going to go ahead and pop the top off. Just got to wedge it in there a little bit, and then same thing with the bottom. Bottom comes out pretty easily, so set them aside. Right here is the microphone. If you pull it directly up, you'll be able to remove the microphone from the bottom. And then we're going to start separating the board, or actually all the connections, before we separate the board. That's actually a little bit of tape right there. So once you pull that off, just peel it up and you'll see it untapes there. That actually goes to the front screen. These you just have to kind of work at it. That's one side. The other side's underneath of it, so you will want to start with the side that you've seen on the video first before you can pull off the rest. So just keep working at it. They are kind of glued or snapped down. You have little pieces of tape on the sides here. Just so I can reuse that tape. I'm trying not to destroy it, so got to be a little gentle with it. And after we get the tape out, I look at the bottom here where you got a couple more connections you need to disconnect, including that white wire. It should be the Wi-Fi wire. There's two of them, white and black. And you have to work it out a little bit, but you'll see on the left side here is a board, and it's glued down. You just got to be real careful, get underneath of it, and just kind of lift it up. But once you get that up, you'll be able to take off the rest of it here. And I don't suggest doing what I just did there, which is lifting it by the connection. You really got to get underneath that board and lift it up. And you also see me right here. That's me getting off the black wire. So black wire is right there. Get underneath that board and start the slow peeling process as it's glued down. And just work it out and set that once you get it out. Make sure you work on those connections. Those connections stay there. Push them out of your way and pull it out. And set that to the side. Now we got the blow dryer out and got on high setting, and we're just constantly moving around the edges. I probably did this for about 45 seconds to a minute long of warming it up. That's going to make this peeling come off a lot easier. Now, if your screen's as badly broken as mine, your screen's going to crack and cut. Careful at the bottom there. There's several connections. If you're not reusing the screen, I guess you ain't got to be too careful. But if your screen's as cracked as mine here, it actually is already ripping the top off. You have to push those connections out once you get it separated far enough. You see me pushing those connections out. Now there's a connection at the top, but as you see here, it's already been ripped off. So it didn't come out. And now you see me, this portion of the video, just kind of show you how it comes out. I cleaned up the rest of this without making a video of it. So make sure you get it nice and clean. Try to leave as much glue as you can unless they give you new glue. Double-sided tape. Now this is a new screen. You peel off the back, nice and shiny. This shows how the connections in the bottom are in two different slots. They don't all go in one slot, as you may have noticed when you took it apart. And then you tilt that over, get the top one in. Now the only thing holding this in is going to be the glue. There's no snap-in connection, so That's why you want to save as much glue as possible. Once you got it all nice and in, you want to put your board back here in place. Make sure you feed your wires through. Don't put them underneath, including your black one, which is the one I was working over there. Just kind of slowly snap it back into place and start making all your connections. They should all line up pretty well. That's that board. You're going to just press it back down there where it was double-sided taped, and that's the tape that you can kind of move out your way and put back on top and make sure it doesn't flip around. The white and black connection, I believe those are your Wi-Fi. They get a little tricky, so you'll see me messing around with it. And it goes. Actually, I'm working on all the other connections right at the moment, but you just want to make sure you don't force it. And nice, you'll feel the nice click when you get it on there. And same thing with that black one right there. Make sure you get those pressed in fully correctly. Don't force them. You should hear them or feel them click. And then back at the top, make sure that the big board is down first. It kind of snaps in place. You see me poking around there, and then the connections pop in place. And the other side goes on top of it and pops in place. And I think it double-sided stickies to the top of the other board. Make sure you press them all down nice. Make sure you got all your connections in there good. You don't want to really take it apart at this point. There, I just put the microphone back on the little rubber piece, and you want to push that back down in its slot. It goes up and down. It doesn't pop out at all. That little piece came off. It's just a little felt piece that went over the microphone. You probably won't have that come off on you, but if it does, that's where it goes. Again, going over, making sure they're all good. You're going to start either bottom or top. Doesn't really matter. Just pop them both on there, and you're going to start putting your screws back in place. All the screws are the same no matter where you put them except for the black one. The black one's the only one that definitely needs to go in the correct spot. The silver screws, it doesn't matter if you put the top one in the bottom in the top. They're all the same. It's also suggested that you do not want to tighten all the screws one at a time. You actually want to put them all in there kind of loose so that you don't strip the plastic or threading, and then tighten them once you're done. It's the best way to go about it. So as I'm wrapping up the rest of the screw-in so you know where they all go. That's the last one. After that, we're going to pop on the back. It just snaps in, so give it a good press all the way around, and then you are good to peel off the bottom, which shows the LG, and the top shows the screen. You got your new beautiful screen. That's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like. Let me know if you guys have any comments. Thanks.